England are now able to leave for low-risk visits without isolating for 14 days when they get back. The change in coronavirus restrictions comes into force today, meaning residents are able to leave for a walk or visit family members' gardens without facing any restrictions when they get back. Well, the move comes partly in response to pressure from campaign groups, including Rights for Residents. And I'm joined now by its co-founder, the actor Ruthie Henshall. Lovely to talk to you today, Ruthie. So this relaxation of the regulations today, certainly being welcomed. How much of a difference will this make to those in care homes and indeed their families?
It would make an enormous amount of difference if the care homes follow it. And this is the big problem, and this is why we're here in Parliament today, because what's actually happening is the government are giving guidance, and because it's not law, they're basically making up their own rules. And some care homes are allowing visits, some are not. It's an absolute postcode lottery, and so we need it in law. That no matter what, I mean, this sounds dramatic, but it is entirely true, that residents have been dying of loneliness, of isolation. They've been giving up, stopping eating. They're not seeing loved ones. They need as much touch. My mother can't walk or talk anymore, and when I go in as an essential caregiver, which is my role, when I touch her, she moans with delight. The light is back on in her eyes since I've gone back in there, because otherwise what she has to look forward to every day is sitting in the conservatory in the morning and being put in her room to watch a video in the afternoon. Now, that's not a life. And at the moment, because of the way that the government guidance, my sisters can get to visit. They've managed to get one appointment, a half-hour appointment every month. That's not enough. These people are these residents have got no voice. It's absolutely inhumane. This is a human rights issue. It's.
Sorry, I know it's windy and it's difficult to hear, and it's great that you're telling us all about your experience. Why do you think some homes have been so sort of draconian about this, and others have tried the best they can to facilitate family members going in? Why do you think there have been such differences?
Well, it's all fear. I mean, if the government don't make this law, there's no insurance for the homes if they get a COVID outbreak. But let's be really, really honest about this. My mother has had both of the vaccines. I've had the vaccine, one of them. I do a lateral flow test, PPE. I go straight to her room. I don't go past any other residents. And this is not a high risk anymore. It just isn't. And unless they enshrine this in law that we can be an essential caregiver no matter what, it'll only take one outbreak in a home and everything will be locked down again because they can. And the government really needs to step up and make this a law, because it is just heartbreaking to see people in homes. Everything goes into a home, remember that, the entertainment, the people, everything. So they are sitting in chairs, social distanced. How is that okay?
And as well as people being, as well as it being, you know, as you say, no life and quite sad for a lot of residents, there are also people like your mum and like those who have Alzheimer's whose physical condition is actually deteriorating because of the isolation.
Oh, big time. Yes, big time. In the first lockdown, for 4 months, my mother was in a room on her own with no interaction, only when a carer came in to change her or to feed her, or well, she didn't need feeding then. And within that 4 months of being on her own, she went from walking and talking, and I'm talking about talking a whole conversation, you know, conversing with her. She doesn't talk, and this was within 4 months. She doesn't walk, she has to be fed, her food has to be mushed up, and her drinks have to be thickened. Are you telling me that that's probably would have happened in 4 months? I don't think so.
I mean,
so,
I suppose
she has taken a dive.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that. I mean, I suppose a lot of the homes will say that they're doing it to protect the residents, aren't they? And as you say, it is the fear of what will happen if there is another outbreak.
No, they're not protecting the residents at all. If they were protecting the residents, they would give them their rights. And they would give them the same human right that we've all got. Everybody else in society gets to be with somebody, gets to have somebody who they can be with. Why can't they in a home? This is wrong on so many levels, and I understand the care home's fear, but we're not in the same situation that we were in when we had no vaccine, when we didn't have anything put in place to be able to have safety measures. This is wrong. It's a human rights issue, and if you just spent half an hour in a home, you would understand. As wonderful as the carers are in my mother's home, they are great, but they are busy. They're so busy and overworked and underpaid. So, you know, we have to fight for them. They have to have the same rights as us.
Lovely to talk to you today, Ruthie, and well done on the campaign so far. Thanks for joining us on Sky.
Thank you. Pleasure.
You're watching Sky News. Still to come, the latest on Ethiopia, as thousands of children remain separated from their parents because of the conflict in Tigray.